Welcome back to Hitter Klitsch, Edge of Creation, where we have an irrational anger at various animals. I mean, seriously, they've done nothing to you so far.
That stupid beagle. It's always there.
You know, this is why everybody had a negative reaction to Gandalf whenever he showed up in places.
Maybe he's always there right before something goes down because he's there trying to warn you, but you're too busy with your hatred to notice the signs.
No. Now that he's here, that's all I'm looking for. Oh, shoot. Oh, man, I need to get out of here.
Anyway, so, interrogation.
Yep. So, before I do the interrogation,
We do the interrogation.
I need to instill intimacy in these people.
Not to say it, tell anyone.
A positive intimacy toward us. A tie to us. That we have helped them. And it is in their best interest to be quiet about what happens here.
Okay.
So, positive tie to keep our secrets.
It will be -1 based on the size, and it's a or manipulation plus socialize.
Not presence.
No, for a group this size, it's socialize.
Okay. Get the +3 for all social tests.
Unless you're like activating something that makes it presence.
No.
Yeah, usually, well, I guess if a presence is leadership. Thoughts and feelings. Yeah, I guess it is persuasion. Or presence, sorry. Yeah.
And there's the +1.
You're right. You didn't spend any essence on it?
I'm so low on essence right now. No. No, I'm to the point where I'm worried about my get out of jail free.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 4.
Give me a perception plus socialize roll.
Body language.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Only they were the opposite way around.
Right?
You see some like, yeah, well, he has a point. We do owe him. Kind of looks. And you also see some jet looks like back at the soldier like, well, you're so screwed. So you might have instilled this intimacy, and majority of them, if not all of them, but at the same time, there may be conflicting intimacies in some of them.
Okay.
So
It's more out of fear than out of...
yeah, so it's there, but it might not be strong enough to overwhelm the way
he's
they
here
normally
and
act.
we're refugees. They may blame us.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why they let us stay here, so they could blame us for this?
No, I mean, oh, by the way, have any of the people that were taken returned yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, no, see, I said I would take care of it, and I did, and they came back.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you put him?
He should be in your room. I told him to take him to your room when you...
Yeah.
I left him with Brunhilde, but I told Brunhilde to take him to your room when she tied him and gagged him.
And your horseman Jethro is kind of got his guard in the door. I mean, it's not like he's really armed, but he's
Yeah.
kind of standing there leaning against the wall.
Pat him on the shoulder. And go in.
He
Go in.
puts a hand on your shoulder as you're coming, and he's like, "You need me to make sure he doesn't turn up again."
See, we got this.
Okay. In we go.
So the guy is in there.
He's
Okay.
still pretty messed up, damage-wise.
He's got a. Well, you did when you did the damage. How did you go about doing that? No, it was crush ribs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you see him like when you come in, as you open the door, you can see his arm moving like this, like he's trying to massage his ribs. And he looks over and
I'll wave.
he has what looks to be a dish towel tied through his mouth. And like his jaw is actually like his mouth is stuck open with it all the way in.
Mm.
And he's just like biting down on it and then looks up and sees you and is like he hadn't really seen you
Yeah.
before. So, what?
Oh, him?
Yes.
And I'm gonna go up to him and be like,
But
"Now,
he sees you in a soldier's uniform and he's like looking between the two of you like right here.
I go to him and go, now, if I take the gag off, you're not gonna yell and you're just gonna answer our questions in a civil tone, right?"
He keeps looking over at Otto and like, come
I-
on, please say you're here to rescue me.
I come over and I sit down in front of him. And I lean in very close, sort of elbows on my knees, fingers sort of steepled like this, almost touching his tied hands. I say, we may have a problem. And I'm projecting a sense of restrained embarrassment and regret.
Like you can see like a relaxation of his pose. Like, oh, I'm gonna live through this.
So I'm looking, I'm waiting for him to answer.
he
Are
glances
you
at
gonna
you,
scream if I take this off?
looks at you.
We need to talk. And we need to make sure.
He says no. It's like, I go, okay, but if you scream, I'm gonna squeeze you again, and then I'll take it off. And I've just got my hand like just like right there. My other hand.
I open my flask
Yeah.
and I'll offer him a sip.
Okay. Lieutenant,
Lieutenant Diane?
we
You got new legs.
this is a definite problem. The Glacius is directly responsible for our actions tonight. We can't talk anything about what we've seen or heard. Just ask him. He will let you know. to
If
release
you
me.
can't talk, I can squeeze again.
Siku. What's your name, son?
Sorry, you said Lieutenant Dan. And then Private Pile, but I don't know what you said.
Beetle Bailey?
That's another good one.
Benjamin Fitzgerald.
No, Benjamin's a good one.
Richard Cranium.
It's Benjamin Hallstatt, sir.
Well, Benjamin, we seem to have similar and conflicting orders from different people.
There's no one that outranks General Classics. If you just task him, he'll say the same. We don't want to mess with General Classics' business, right?
We don't. We don't. My understanding is my team has not stopped your team from carrying out the mission. So that's the good news. And I touch him on the knee. You might have some explaining to do, but I think we can help each other in this regard. Okay? We just need to get our story straight. Okay. I want to help you so that you'll help me. Okay?
I imagine so.
Okay. For me to help you effectively, I do have to know what you were doing. Is Classius collecting people for a sacrifice? I'm reading his body language when I suggest these things.
Yeah, he's doing the he doesn't react to what you said as in oh no he knows or anything like that. He just kind of does the like no look we can't have this conversation kind of thing. Look,
I kind of firmly massage the back of his neck.
he's like doing the arching his back like please don't touch my pressure points. Lieutenant, please go off, man.
Benjamin, we're hunting monsters. Okay? That's what we're doing. I've tamed one. Benjamin.
Uh-huh.
Okay? He's on the side of Whitewall. And right now, well, I'm not going to get into the specifics of our
Okay, seriously,
conversations.
just on. I mean, they're talking about me.
I'm not going to get into the specifics of our conversation, but there has been an argument amongst my team as to the position of said monsters. And your activities have not they have not helped my side of that argument. Okay? So I'm really trying here. Okay? I'm really trying to save face. And if I can save face, you can save yours. And I look at his hand that's probably dangling in front of the guy. Like, he's got this hand, but this hand is sort of out front. And I glance at that hand that is in a position to rip off his face.
Because, see, we're, like you said, we're looking for monsters. And you kidnapping innocent people sounds like you being a monster to me.
You're trying to find those things that are hunting people down then.
Yes.
I might know where to look. There's folk that have been disappearing in the lower parts of town.
I know, I saw you take them.
Oh, I always bring them back. Then they disappear again.
After you do what?
Question, am I assuming?
Look, I don't know nothing about that. But there's people downtown down there that are bringing back, and then they go missing again, and then no one ever finds them again. Although sometimes they do find what's left of them.
So what you're saying is you're marking them for death?
It's not. Look, no. Someone else is. Anything else? You just find out where all the small folk, homeless, are disappearing to. That's what we're trying to figure out, I reckon.
So where are you taking them?
You're taking him to the wall, yes?
No.
Alice? It's okay. You don't have to tell us. It's not important.
He kind of, I can't answer that question, but you still get the feeling, it's like, should I tell him yes or should I not?
Yeah, basically to help our cooperation, I'm like, you don't have to answer that.
Well, and you can read this guy pretty well.
All right, Benjamin. You have certainly helped us.
He said nothing.
He's said a lot, Siku.
He's like nodding his head. Oh, yes, I've said a lot. I mean, like, no, same thing. But yes. As long as I'm here, yes, I said everything I need to say. As soon as I'm gone, no, I didn't say anything.
You want me to take him back then?
What do you think, Benjamin? What's the best story for you here? Fought an attacker.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a disturbance and, couldn't lead it back to the rest. So, had to take the time until my men got away before I walked back.
All right.
But I lost my spear. So you didn't happen to see what happened to that, did you?
I threw it. You were poking me.
Well, they got a jump on me. I drew my sidearm. And he's like looking down at the sword he's got. And couldn't call for help because I didn't want to wake anybody up.
And you're on a secret mission.
Yeah. Had to. Couldn't give chase, but had to keep watch to make sure they didn't come back. I couldn't run back to the group because then they'd see where I go. So
I think I want to make an alteration to your story.
yeah.
You got jumped and came to and attempted to fight off your attackers, which drew my attention while I was on my patrol. And I rescued you. Despite your valiant struggle and your injuries, you fought well.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Didn't fight much at all, honestly.
Thank you, Seeker.
I think he kind of does it.
Now, we are bound to each other, Benjamin. I place my hands on either side of his, sort of reaching for the rope.
Well, I mean, his hands are tied to his feet. He's basically hog-tied here.
How would you identify the intimacy of we are equally screwed if either of us talks?
So it would be it would be like a bond of silence.
Yes. That's what I need to instill in this guy.
decide if you want to activate something.
Yeah,
Why'd you commit all those things anyways, really?
I love this city, Benjamin. I'm going to activate compassion discourse to argue from my minor.
Brand new minor intimacy to White Wall.
Yep.
That's the way to use it. That really is. You've sunk your hooks into me. I'll use those to my advantage.
I'm working my best, my hardest to protect it. And we're in this together.
Okay.
And we sink or swim together. I need 2 more dice.
Take
That's
away.
a solid. That's actually a solid stunt. So you get your 2 dice for that too.
Okay, here we go.
Roll them bones.
My uncle's.
So 6.
Okay, not an exceptional success. I was expecting one. Yeah, that still beats him though. His resolve. So yeah, he'll take a minor intimacy because he's basically low on willpower. He's been on edge for a while.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have the willpower to spend. So he will have a minor intimacy of silence. So, Lieutenant, what is your name so that I can say? Murdoch. Murdoch.
Did we get did you get the name of that lieutenant?
Yeah, I did.
Smith.
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 Yeah, you both of you got the name.
Yeah. Smith. I will begin to untie him.
It's gonna be so screwed.
Yeah, the guy that died a few months ago in the a while back in the boarding house, the one that saved me.
The thing is, though, that's good if that's the rumor that gets spread, though.
Yeah.
There is the ghost of a guard.
Helping the city.
That's totally iJedi.
Untie him.
Okay.
And as I'm untying him, I motion for you to come down to my level. Does he know how?
No.
All right, Benjamin. I'm gonna let you go, but to protect us both, I have a bit of bad news.
He kind of gets like when you started that sentence.
I
he's
smile.
My compatriot here is going to have to drop you off somewhere so that you don't know where you're at. Okay? He's just going to take you somewhere. He's going to let you go. And you can make your way back to your men. Okay?
It's not necessary. I won't tell nobody where I'm at.
It's much better if we both know that you don't know where you're at. Okay?
Okay.
It'll probably be a gentler ride this time. I'm sure it wasn't very gentle
I'm going to put
before.
a bag over his head. And I'm just going to cradle him like a baby. Carry him. I'll jump a ways away, you know.
Yeah.
Go a few ways away. And then I'll be like perched on a roof.
Lower him down.
Like with my feet.
Yeah.
Grabbing the edge. And I'll be holding him. And I'll take the hood off. Like, okay. I'm going to put you down. Just so you know, when you were tied up, I wouldn't have done anything. You wouldn't have been able to protect yourself. And I set him down to the ground, and then I go back up and leap away.
You can see like this, like as soon as you like start to jump, he turns and runs.
Because I wouldn't have.
And that poor bastard.
At least he has a story to tell.
Oh, he's got a whopper.
You know, and it doesn't get anyone really in trouble. They were already
killed.
They were already focused on the lower ward. Something going down. This only adds to their
Actually, what
certainty.
I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop him near what's his name?
Dalton,
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna drop
of
him
course.
because I figure he's working there near with them anyway. Like not right at Dalton's, but like a building or two over.
Okay.
And it's not even that far of a jump for you.
No.
But I mean, I'll jump around a couple of times so that it seems farther. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, Tim.
Yep.
So, Morez, you're hanging onto the bottom of the cart.
There's the dog.
Yep, the cart starts moving again. There are now 8 guards on foot following along with the cart.
Uh-huh.
And
That makes 4 in the wagon. 4 captured.
yes, and they start rolling sort of down a little bit down the hill towards like the basically central part of town, and then start going up the other side. The beagle is keeping up, but they don't seem to notice it.
Say that in my head, just like, oh god, oh gosh.
I'm going to laugh so hard if it saves your ass.
Yeah.
You realize that, right?
Yeah, I know.
And you start winding your way up towards the palace.
There's literally nothing I can do about that dog right now, or anything. I just have to hold on for the ride and hope that I can hide if they have to check under here.
The beagle stops as you get up to the gate, and they're like opening the gate and everything, and like kind of lays down and does the like eyebrow raise of like,
You going in there for real?
There's no way I can drop off without being seen right now.
are you giving, like, you're looking back at it, are you giving a look like, I just can't get out of this? Is that what you're kind of trying to convey?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Like turns its head sideways, raises its eyebrows, like starts to get up, looks at you,
I'll be fine.
lays back down.
I was totally ready to make a distraction for you.
No, I want to see what they're doing to these people.
You mean what they're gonna do to you?
Yeah, that.
Oh, don't worry. If I get captured, I'm totally gonna go insane and start raining shit down on these people.
The gate opens.
Yeah,
So
that's
you're gonna-
limit break, isn't it? Well, it's a limit trigger for you.
Limit trigger being restrained.
Gate opens, and the cart starts rolling
From
into
a
the
chandelier acting like
palace
a
area.
flaming poo. He's got the prince selfie too.
I give the dog
The
the
thing is,
thumbs up. I got this.
like,
It shrugs and like pads back into the city.
he's got the bird.
I got the bird.
All he needs to do is flip these guys the bird, and he's out.
Yeah,
Um,
totally Jack Sparrow. This. You remember this as the day you almost caught.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh no, he's been eaten by a bird! The great eagle has taken him!
Okay. Going in. Yeah.
Okay. The wagon starts going up, and after, you're kind of doing switchbacks up the mountainside now, and after 2 switchbacks, most of the guys disappear. They like go off down a different pathway and head back.
Okay.
In fact, 2 like of the more royal guard type come up, take over the reins, and take the wagon from there.
Okay. I have my mask down, trying to get a read of living things around here. I'm
Okay.
gonna try to get a number.
Give me another perception plus occult roll.
So many bad stuff in the palace. So many bad things in there, dude. And you're gonna see them all.
So yeah, I'm also like to get a better view. When the cart shakes, I shift my weight around to go with the shaking of it, so it doesn't seem like there's something moving under the cart.
Right.
So I can get a better view and look around better.
All right. You get your 2 dice that time. This time. It's a start. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, looking around, you are starting to get the hang of this mask here and what it's kind of the difference in color that it shows. Um, first of all, those guys that dropped the cart off have a different aura or like look to them than the guys that are taking the cart now. These guys that are taking the cart have a more vibrant and like multicolored kind of hue to them, and you can almost see like the hue kind of waving in the wind. The guys that left are more like whitish colored, except for 2 of them. They're a little bit differently colored. Their color, I mean, each of the guys has sort of that whitish color, but it has different variations and striations and everything. Those guys are solid color, and the color is altered weirdly. It has like very like the color isn't based like in the core of their body as much as the other ones are. It's uniform through their whole body, and it looks like it's like curls in on itself. Like you can see the color come out and then rotate and come back in. And then in the other one, you see only a small dash of color right in the center of it, and there's no color in the rest of the body. It's just a little green chunk in the center.
What do normal, everyday citizens look like?
Everyone should have some amount of life in their whole body.
Okay.
This one doesn't.
And
So-
he's one of the ones on the cart?
No, he's one of the ones that turn around and went back.
That one's the Arcanian prince, and the other one is Edgar in a suit, the bucket Edgar suit.
No, it's in the like, I guess in the stomach of that guy.
Okay.
As you are looking around in here, in the palace, you see several more of the people that have just a single central piece that's generally green, and the rest of their body has no color at all. But that green piece, you do notice, kind of sends out a pulse to the rest of the body, like.
Okay.
You also notice more guys like these ones on the cart that have sort of a wavy appearance to them.
Okay.
Most people are sleeping at this hour, but as you're getting closer to the palace, three or like a very bright light draws your eyes, and you turn around and you see what you originally take to be one very large being and figure out is 3 beings. They are very a mix of white and silver, and they have a much brighter light than anything else you've seen. In fact, brighter than any 10 things put together that you've seen. And yep, they're behind stone walls. You can't see, but it's the palace.
Okay.
but whatever that light is incredibly brilliant. And that's coming from like all the way up in the upper palace, and
Oh.
your cart is turning away towards a different area, sort of the garrison area.
Royalty are supposed to be some kind of wizard magic type powered people.
They're supposed to be gods.
Yeah. So that's what I'm assuming that is.
As you come in to this destination, you're guessing, you see approaching you several several people that all of them, every single one of them that you see here has the only the little green in the center of their body.
Okay.
And they nod to the guards,
Mm-hmm.
the royal guards. The royal guards get off. Some money exchanges hands, and they walk off.
What uniform are these guys wearing?
City guard. They're like army uniforms, military uniforms,
Okay.
and they all, the group of them, come around back,
So all the guards have the jade.
and they open up the back of the wagon and start dragging the people out.
Okay.
The
So
people-
this is in a like courtyard.
Yeah,
Or...
this is like some kind of back courtyard. There's buildings in all directions, except the way you came in. It's very narrow, and there's not a lot of room here. It's kind of almost more of a back alley.
Okay. I wait a little bit for them to empty everybody out.
And they do.
Can
They
you
are
follow
dragging.
the progress of the people as they take them? Where
Mhm.
where they take him?
Yep.
That's what I
And
wanna
the
know.
people that they take, most of them are still unconscious, but there's one or two that kind of still struggling. They have color throughout their body, and it's just sort of a white light with different striations and stuff like that.
Okay.
But the ones that are awake, there's more of a reddish and yellowish kind of colors coming in.
Okay. Okay. So I wait for them to get everybody out, and then are there still
Yeah.
still guards there?
And they're taking the horses around to a stable.
Oh, they unhitched them.
Now they're taking you along with them.
Okay. So they're up front. Are there any other guards around? They're up front.
Yeah. There's a couple of guards at the entry to the alleyway.
Okay. Is it going out that alleyway?
So like the alleyway comes in, so it comes up over a hill, comes into this spot. It's a little bit wider here, and there's a stable right here. They took the guys in through a doorway over here. It seems to be one of the only doorways in this courtyard-ish.
Okay. And so they're taking it over to the stables.
And they're starting to unhitch.
Okay. When the cart starts going over to the stables, I'm going to drop down, roll to the side, and hide. Kind of like, I'm assuming there's some kind of like boxes and stuff in here. Something
You
like
could hide in like one of the different stalls or
Uh-huh.
try to roll into a pile of hay or something.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Make a dex stealth roll. Minus 2, because when you're dropping down, you're in open ground.
Get my stunts.
Yeah, you can add the 2 back.
Awesome.
We want to see. You can always spend essence on this.
Oh yeah, moats.
Yeah.
You have them.
You actually have them.
Okay. I will spend 3 more.
Okay. Mark it off.
Yeah.
When it's less than 5, you can always spend it from peripheral and not worry about it, as long as you're not spending any more on that action.
Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
10.
You drop and right as the back wheel rolls past, you slide into another stall that has some boxes in it, and quick as a wink, you're behind those boxes.
Okay. Wait and keep watching
Okay.
through the mask where they're taking the people.
It takes a few minutes before they've unhitched the horses, and they take them and put them in one of the stalls. The horses seem a little bit uneasy sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But they put them in, close the stall,
Mm-hmm.
and the wagon they push a little bit back into the corner where it belongs.
Mm-hmm.
And then they head over towards the building. The people, you see them go in, and then they start going down.
Okay.
And they're getting towards the edge of your vision.
Okay. Yeah. When the people, they start heading towards the same entrance that the other people are in.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for them to enter and whatever, and then track where they go and try to sneak their way in there.
They don't go in.
They don't go in there.
They stop at the door. Turn around and stand there.
Is there a back door in the stables? No. I need distraction.
Bet you missed that beagle now.
I wouldn't have been able to get in. Well, I might have been able to. I got horses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to sneak behind the horses. And slap them on behind real hard, sending them out of here.
Tie them?
Untie them from their post.
No, they're in like a stall. So
Yeah.
it's they're
You'd have to open the stalls.
there's like a gate,
Okay, yeah.
and they're inside that.
Okay, yeah. Sneak up, unlock the gate, slap them out of here,
Okay.
and then hide to make sure they can't see me if they come back in here.
I think you're stealthy enough at this point that even the horses won't detect you. Yeah. So the horses do about what you expect.
Mm-hmm.
What is your defense?
My defense? 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What's your soak?
6.
Well, he has the leaf thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's exact. It hits you exactly.
The after no. Add evasion to successes on evade.
No, it's what it is if it's exactly your defense, you can say it. You basically ties go to you instead of to the attacker.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it does. It doesn't add your evasion again.
Yeah. Sorry. So.
Yeah. You see a shoed foot coming straight at your face as it rears back to kick, and is running forward at the same time, and you're just like, whew, and it's like, shoo, as it should have hit you in the face, but just barely passes a hair's breadth away from you. And you're like, oh, that was my life flashing before my eyes. And then the horse runs out
Start calling you Hodor.
into the stable. Is that why he says Hodor? Because he got kicked in the face?
That was one of the theories,
Oh,
but that's not why.
no. Yeah, I remember there was some kind of big reveal. Anyway, yeah, hold the door. Yeah,
do the guards take chase?
both of them look up, look at each other, and then like come out with their hands up to try to calm the horses. The horses like run out and then immediately start going up the hill.
Yep.
That's the only way to go.
Yep.
And you see the guards up there also like turn, looking behind them, and then they like move to kind of do the whole
Come on,
Twilight
Batman.
Princess Link thing.
Okay. And here's what I'm going to do. Easily overlook hide in plain sight thing.
What is that?
I hide in plain sight if I don't take any overt action for 1C and 3 modes. Page 403.
That might work, but that might require a social setting.
Yeah, I don't remember quite. I think
No,
that
I
is
think that's
kind of,
basically like obfuscate.
yeah.
Yeah, it might be. What's it called?
Easily overlooked.
Through crowds or alone. This skill does not work against alert guards or those who intend to stop everyone with a checkpoint, but can be overcome by magic only if the user has a minor or greater intimacy to the solar, or a major defining intimacy to cause an exalt's presence directly threatened.
They're distracted.
Right, but
They are supposed to
they
stop
are
everybody.
supposed to be alert guards who intend to stop everyone. However, so that one's really not going to work against these guys, but they are distracted.
Okay.
So you can still make a stealth
Yeah.
attempt against them.
Yeah, I'll try to stealth and get in there.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a good idea.
It is his job.
If he pulls it off, it will be amazing.
Nah, this is what nightcasts are supposed to do. This is literally their cast job.
Yeah.
I got 3.
Add 2 more for the distraction.
Oh, yeah, sorry. 2 more dice or 2 more successes?
So just roll 2 more dice.
Yeah.
Come on!
Oh, 3.
One, two. All right.
I'm in?
Yeah, you're across the courtyard up to the door. That's where you want to be.
Yeah, and then I'm going in.
Okay, the door is locked.
Mm-hmm.
I have larceny, but that's going to probably take too long.
I think picking a lock is an action.
Okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to break in.
Okay.
Do you have any larceny charms?
Because I know there's some that are just like, boop, it's unlocked.
I have the flawless pickpocket.
Nope.
I'm just going to have to try to pick a lock.
Okay. So yeah, make a Dex plus larceny. Can't always throw essence at it.
And willpower?
And willpower.
Because willpower is a success, right? Willpower this.
You can always stunt it.
Yeah, I'm putting 1 willpower in. And some motes. I'm spending these like candy.
You gonna stunt too?
Don't want to leave the trace, but like pulling out a dart. That would be dumb.
It's an iron door
Yeah.
and a steel lock.
So pull out my lock picks.
Should wait.
Basically, how am I going to stunt this?
How do you do it with style? Like, it's not the fact, like, not how do I stunt picking a lock. It's how do I stunt approaching picking a lock? What is your own particular idiom?
Okay. In that case, it's
Inconceivable.
basically I snuck up. I did like kind of a combat roll, come up. I'm like kneeling down. Yeah, put them in, pick the lock, and
And then open the door with your
And then-
foot.
yeah, something like that. And then
That's not your particular idiom. What have you done before when you've picked locks?
I did it hanging upside down. Yeah, I combat roll, and then do like a front handspring thing.
Is there an
Grabbing-
eaves over the door for him to hang from?
I don't know. Is there? There's something you can grab
Yeah,
onto.
spring up. It's probably like a lantern hang,
Okay.
and they probably have some kind of like waving flag thing in here, like waving flag, and so I'm kind of like hanging from the flag thing, and then kind of like hiding behind the flag, using it as kind of the movement of it as a distraction as I'm hanging there picking the lock.
All right. That's a stunt. You can have your 2 dice for that. And if you can do the same without what is it? Motor or people helping you along, you can actually call that something along those lines a level 2 stunt.
Is this a level 2 stunt? Or no?
No, not this time because you got coached through it.
You can do the same without coaching. You have will be doing great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 6. Sorry. 6 still. Yeah, 6.
All right. Yep. Bonk.
I'm in.
Unlocked. It does see a decent amount of use, so it's not that squeaky when it opens.
But it is still a
But it
giant
does-
metal door.
Yes, it is still a big metal door. So it's, and then you like flip back down. You're in. Pull it shut.
Mm-hmm.
You find yourself in a stone hallway. There are torches or scones of some sort. Sconces. They are not very well lit. It's kind of dark in here, and you can see that the stone is the stone of the wall. So it's sort of that white color.
I'll walk on and try to find the stairs leading down and keep quiet. And using the vision, this thing, so I can see people. I'm going to be able to. Oh, he's coming towards me. I will hide here because there is nobody over here. There is this room.
Until the
I will-
undead
Go ahead
guard
and make
comes
a
by.
wits plus stealth roll, and get a bonus from your mask.
You can always stunt this by humming Mission Impossible to as long as you go.
Yeah. And so basically, oh no, somebody's coming. People don't look up. Jump.
Well, that'll be your stunt for when you have to stop when they come by.
This is a stealth. Yeah, you can have your 2 dice.
All I was thinking of Ace Ventura.
Crawl out of the back of the rhinoceros.
Well, no, the first one when he sneaks into the shark pool.
Sneaks into the shark pool.
Yeah. Well, he's sneaking it in through this mansion, and he follows people into a building that happens to contain a shark pool, and he thinks
Nine.
that there's a dolphin in there.
9.
9.
Okie dokie. Yeah, you gray or gray fox. Yeah, gray fox do this. And there is a number of guys walking or moving around in here, or like in specific areas, and you're also seeing this is something of a prison,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard to keep up with the guys who are you're following, just because they can just nonchalantly keep going,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't. You keep
Mhm.
having to dodge people and avoid people and whatnot, and
Mhm.
hold still for a bit. It's one of those punishing stealth missions where it's like you got to keep up. If you fall too far behind, you fail the mission. But anyway,
If you get caught, you'll fail the mission.
yes, it'll fail worse.
Mm-hmm.
They eventually take him. They stop going down and take him into a room.
Mhm.
You're like holding a position, waiting to get ahead, when you hear some blood-curdling screams, and they're kind of almost out of range right now. But you see the light go out of them.
Oh dear.
But you do so when you see it looks like one of the other guys climbed inside of them because you see that emerald green color merge with their color as their color dies out. See you guys next time.
Oh my god.